We are in Berkshire County. We are at Hancock Shaker Village, and with me, Lesley Herzberg, a curator of Hancock Shaker Village, our host today. Thank you so much for making us welcome and helping out in so many ways with
Thanks for coming.
location shoot. Pleased to be here. And Megan Whilden, Director of Cultural Development for the City of Pittsfield and President-elect of Berkshire Creative, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Megan, let me ask you, just about every community, large or small, has an economic development director. I don't know of too many that have a cultural development director, and that is so interesting, and the particular focus of what you do is kind of unique.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I think that it was very groundbreaking for the city of Pittsfield when this position was established, which was 10 years ago, and I've been in the position for 9 years. And I would say that, people were a little unsure of what it all meant at first. But it made a huge difference to me about 3 or 4 years in, when people started seeing the results of some of the work I was doing, and they would come up to me and thank me. And the most important thing was really the people that said, I voted against this, but now I really understand. So that was the best kind of vote. But really, the culture, developing arts and culture of the creative economy in concert with all the economic revitalization we've been doing in Pittsfield is really key, because you have to bring joy back into people's lives. You have to bring people back into your downtown. You have to make people enthusiastic and feel part of what's happening in their community in order to really have success.
Lesley Herzberg, you represent here in Hancock Shaker Village what to me, and I think to everybody, is really one of the historic, cultural, educational landmarks of Berkshire County, Berkshire tourism, Hancock Shaker Village. And it seems to me, listening to what Megan says, everything she's doing, one way or the other, plays directly into what you do, what you present, the culture and the education, and the hope that more and more can be done to bring people to you and make them aware of you.
Exactly, and we do work with Megan's office often, and it's wonderful. Even this time of year, we just participated in the 10 by 10 Upstreet Cultural Arts Festival. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
Yep, in February.
In February, which was a great success and has been growing every year. And it's a way for us to keep it in the public's view, even when we're closed, like we are right now. But we bring programs and continue that education throughout the winter. And it's wonderful that Megan's office continues to invite us. We're on the radio, so we are in the cultural mindset, keeping in people's minds that we are here, we are an educational institution, and throughout the year.
Let's remind people you're not closed for long, though.
That's right.
The winter days are waning, and you're going to get going in early April, correct?
Early April. April 12th, our season kicks off, our 54th season, which is amazing and wonderful, with our Baby Animals on the Shaker Farm event, which brings thousands of families in from across Berkshire County, but also from New York and as far as New Jersey. I mean, we've heard many people just say, we come for this event, we come every year. It's really one of the only places that you can get up close and personal with farm animals these days. And that's amazing. Babies, yes.
They are so
They are.
No question about it. Lesley, let me ask you, excuse me, Megan, Lesley, you may want to chime in on this as well, but when you're marketing the Berkshires culturally, when you're developing culturally, is there a sense that there's something special about the person, the visitor, the vacationer, who's attracted to the Berkshires because of what is offered, what's available, compared to a Cape Cod or an Atlantic city? I mean, it's different. It's a unique kind of vacation area.
Absolutely, I absolutely agree. We have the beautiful natural scenery and landscape, which is incredible. We also have this very rich history of writers and artists who have come here and stayed here, and we continue to attract world-class arts and culture to the Berkshires. We have world-class theater that's reviewed in the New York Times and Boston Globe. We have Jacob's Pillow, which is the preeminent dance festival, I think, in the world. It's the only one that's registered as a Natural Historic Landmark as well. So I think that people who want to fill their soul with beauty, whether it's natural or cultural, and be intellectually stimulated as well, are very much attracted to the Berkshires. And what often happens is someone comes as a visitor, and then they get a second home maybe, and then they try to figure out a way to live here year round. And that's how a lot of new residents come here, and especially creative, active new residents.
And Lesley Herzberg, again, I'm hearing those words, the person coming for the educational and cultural events. This is not a theme park, if you will, in the traditional sense. This is a living history museum, and the person who's looking for the thoughtful events, cultural events, is, I think, going to gravitate to a Hancock Shaker Village as well.
Definitely. And the wonderful part about that is people have always come, not to just visit us, but to visit the Shakers as well. And when Megan was referring to the writers that have found this county home, Melville and Hawthorne visited the Shakers in the mid-19th century, and they actually had a foot race around our famous round stone barn. So these things, it's always been an interesting place for people and to learn about the Shakers, and that's really why we're here. We say that we bring the Shaker story to life and preserve it for future generations. So those are the people we're looking to attract, and they keep coming back, and we welcome them.
Lesley, I got to ask you real quickly, we're almost out of time, but you were talking with us before and telling us we're in your building, the brick dwelling, the most prominent building really in a way, in some ways, along with the round barn, I think. But you told us that we're probably not alone in this building as we're working here. This building is generally known to have some spirits.
That's right. I was mentioning a little bit about the history behind the building and what people have experienced here. In a place that has been, has almost 200 years of history, there are certain to be people that haven't left. And the woman in black is one of our frequent spirits that people have seen and sometimes heard. So they do appear to people, and we are not alone.
Well, we hope we're not disturbing them with our visit and our cameras and our lights. Thank you both very much. Lesley Herzberg, curator at Hancock Shaker Village, Megan Whilden, Director of Cultural Development for the City of Pittsfield. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.